To have these checks for you from our Open Space, Recreation, and Preservation Trust Fund. Before we begin the check presentation, could I ask the members of the Public Advisory Committee for the Trust Fund to come forward? They meet regularly and consider the recreation and preservation needs of people all around the county, and we're very pleased to have them. Let me introduce Janice Siegel from Westfield, Mr. Michael Isenko from Union.
Lisa Payton, Rosa. Amy Wagner, Economic Development. Sorry.
Rose Check-in, Scotch Plains.
Super Parks and Recreation.
The COVID City of Hillside.
And I'm Alec from Brentford.
Thanks to all of you, and I think we're taking a picture of the trust of the community members. So you are being awarded $50,000 for improvements to Memorial and Columbia Park and $5,250 for 11 trees. And would you like to say anything?
Thank you very much to the Freeholder Board. We're going to continue work in Veterans Memorial Park, which was the recipient of last year's grant. Much work was done, and this year we're going to add a playground and also continue work at Lower Columbia Park, and we've got lots of space for trees too. Thank you very much.
Will let you tell us what it's for? Mr. Bernardo?
Thank you to the Freeholder Board and to the committee that made some checks available. This money will be going towards a baseball scoreboards, continuous improvement on our soccer field, and an entire new volleyball system for our gyms. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Hannon will tell us what that's for, and $4,000 for trees.
Thank you, Freeholder. Always need trees. A member of our tree advisory committee, Mrs. Barbara Krause, is in the audience this evening, and as a result of the previous hurricanes that have swept through Union County, we could always use the money to replace many of the trees that have been lost. In addition to that, we'll be using the other funds for Memorial Field renovations to renovate for soccer field and baseball field. Thank you very much.
$85,000.
You were excited on that.
Let's lower it down. Let's allow
Well, this project is going to, we're going to renovate the Green Acres Playground, which is on Belton Street in Elizabeth, which is in the Morris section, which is, I know we have some friends from Roselle here, and is right on the Roselle border. So your residents will be able to enjoy it in addition to ours. We're going to be replacing the old playground equipment. We're going to also add a basketball court, a walking path, a spray feature, fencing, and other site amenities. So we're looking forward to this project. And also we're going to be renovating Carteret Park, which we have School 14 right next to it. A lot of the children from that school uses that playground and park for recess. So we're going to be replacing that playground and also the basketball court. So again, thank you, freeholders. On behalf of Mayor Bowler to the City of Elizabeth, thank you again.
Dollar amount awarded for the Forest Road Park improvements to tennis courts, gazebo paths, and landscaping, and also $1,200 towards trees for the Green Union County grants. Give me the opportunity to talk. I know you're amazed with money.
First, I'd like to thank Union County Board of Freeholders. And this money will be going toward the redevelopment of Forest Grove Park. That will include playground facilities, handball courts, shade structure, dugouts, picnic areas. It's a lot of things. This will go toward funding that. Thank you.
Marvelous. Thank you so much. You awarded $5,000. And I believe you're going to have a few trees growing out there, aren't you? Wonderful. We'll give you the microphone.
Freeholders, thank you very much. On behalf of the residents of Garland, I thank you all for this donation of Fund Drug Fund. It's Garland, small town with a big heart, and this will continue on the process of upgrading all our trees in the Garland. Thank you.
Thank you. Borough Kenilworth is being awarded 2 checks this evening from the Kids Recreation Trust Fund, $50,000, and from the Green and Union County Grant, $2,500. You want to give us some information on your project? It is renovating 4 parks with picnic houses.
We are renovating 4 parks. This is a good start for it. And it's DeMario, 16th Street.
Gazebo and storage?
The gazebo and storage. And the picnic house. I'm not much of a speaker, but you know, I wanted to come up and thank the board for this on behalf of Kenilworth and the community.
Thank you so much.
You a $40,000 check, and you'll tell us about the Beechwood School soccer field.
We're looking to renovate our Beechwood Schools field, a regulation size soccer field, and we're also looking to use the money to renovate our softball facilities and put new roofs on all the dugouts and resurface the infields. Thank you.
Sure, this is going to our Oak Park facility. We started construction last month. We're going to be putting a turf field in with some lighting and a new baseball field. And this is going to be a nice addition because it was an old stadium right there, and this is going to give us the money to do the upgrades. So we want to thank you very much, and this is a nice addition. Thank you.
$20,000 for the Greening Union County Grant, and also another $45,500 from the Kids Trust Recreation. So I'm going to actually take it over to you.
Thank you, freeholders. On behalf of Adrian Matt, Mayor of Plainfield, we'd like to thank the freeholders again for the generous support of our recreational activities and continue support of greening of Plainfield. I also have with me my superintendent of recreation, who would like to say a few words about our project.
Thank you all, as always, for supporting Plainfield's recreational initiatives. I know the $45,000 is going to go to Rushmore Field. It's a heavily used field. We're going to put in a concession stand so that my soccer teams can have concessions to pay for their officials like our football team. This other money, I think, will be ferreted off to the Shade Tree Commission. I'm sure they're going to buy 10 million trees. Thank y'all so much, as always.
So for Broadway, $24,980 for basketball courts at Flanagan, Veterans, and Navin Park. Would you like to add anything else?
I'd like to thank, can you hear me? I'd like to thank the Freeholder Board for giving us this donation to the city of Raleigh. All the parks that's going to be getting done, I'm really glad to see that in the fourth ward.
Madden Field is going to be done with the recreation dollars and all things that we're putting together there in the city of Rowan. And while I'm here, I'd like to also thank the Freeholder Board for putting the football field in the city of Rowan. I think last week when it was open, it was very nice. A lot of the people congratulated the city of Rowan, plus the Freeholder Board, of doing a good job. It just shows you when people work together what you can accomplish. Thank you.
Public Advisory Committee, Lisa Palin. We also have the Recreation Director, correct? That's right. Right, Mr. Shaw. And we have a Council President, Mr. Shaw. And the Borough of Roselle is receiving 2 grants. Awarded $50,000 from the Kids Recreation Trust Grant for the Arminio football and track fields, and also your award of $4,000 from Greening Union County for 70 trees.
On behalf of the Borough of Roselle, the Board of Education, the Resident Council, their community, their children, we thank you very much for this donation. In a minute, I'm going to let our Recreation Director take charge of discussing our video field and track, which is a wonderful project. The other is we were Tree City for many years, but the hurricane reduced that. So we're real happy to be able to replace these trees with the money you're offering. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Once again, thank you, freeholders, for your ongoing support. I know that our Abraham Clark High School football team is going to love the new improvements as they are now 5-0 and conference champs. So we're proud of them for being so successful this year. But once again, thank you for all your help, all of our endeavors that you constantly supported, and it really means a lot as we continue to build our community. So thank you once again.
Yes, we had a misfortune where one of our light stanchions at our athletic complex fell due to wear and tear. Thank God nobody was hurt, but upon checking further, we found that 7 others have to come down. So it was decided as a joint venture between the Board of Education and the Borough of Roselle Park to replace the lighting system on the athletic complex, which is basically the hub of Roselle Park. To keep our kids in a safe environment at night, it's used just about all the time. So with the help of the Freeholders Board, the $75,000 will be going to phase 1 of 3 phases to restart to replace the lights at our athletic complex that we can all use. So again, thank you.
Can I ask Fielder Estrada to come up and join us with pictures?
I'm still a resident of Elizabeth, okay?
I know.
I didn't know you right now. I don't know. We get rumor. I moved to Roselle Park. I spent the money there.
So, give you the microphone.
Mike's we can get Mike's anytime. I'm really delighted to be here. Wow, look at this. Three?
Yeah, actually, you do have 3.
Okay, how's that? I always say it hides my dog, you know? Well, first and foremost, on behalf of myself, the hardest working deputy mayors in Union County, Rose Checkier, municipal manager, Al Mirabella, I want to thank the Board of Trojan Freeholders for your ongoing commitment to open space and to recreation. You truly are a shining light in Union County, making our lives, our citizens' lives, so much better. So we all thank you for that. And I can assure you this money is going to go to some wonderful projects, you know, as outlined here, renovating the bathroom, engineering for a new field that is sorely needed within our community. And I've got to tell you, I couldn't be happier to accept this on behalf of 23,500 citizens. And I couldn't be prouder to be working with my deputy mayor, who is passionate about open space and recreation, and she truly is one hard-working person, and I thank you, Rose, for your efforts for making this happen, and Mr. Marabella, and all of you here. Why don't we give it up for the freeholders for what they're doing?
Dollar award for lighting for Chisholm Park and $5,000 for police.
Thank you. The township really appreciates the support of the freeholders and the trust fund grant for what's been a multi-year effort to upgrade and rehabilitate the Chisholm Community Center and Chisholm Park, which is really one of our centerpiece parks in Springfield. In addition to the trees, the grant for the permanent field lighting at Chisholm Park is going to allow us to install 8 light poles that will light 2 girls softball fields, an overlaid multi-purpose field, and also a children's playground. Thank you very much.
Awarded 2 checks. One is the $50,000 from the Kids Recreation Trust grant and another $7,000 from the Greening Union County grant. Would you like to talk about your projects? Perfect.
On behalf of the City of Summit, we would like to thank the freeholders for this donation. It's going to go a long way in improving one of our premier fields in Summit. It's not only a field that our youth views, but it's also the premier stadium for the high school athletics as well. So this money is going to go a long way for new bleachers and press box. So thank you everybody.
Grant and $4,700 from the Greening Union County grant. Who would like to talk?
Thank you so much to the Freeholder Board. My name is DJ Salvante from the Recreation Department. We're going under a upgrades to our safety surfaces throughout our playgrounds and parks, so this money is going to go a long way to help us achieve that goal. So thank you so much to the Freeholder Board, and thank you to our friends from Berkeley Heights and Clark, who are at the front of the alphabet. We'll have to wait for all the towns in the back. We appreciate your patience.
Thank you. And you are receiving $50,000 from the Kids Trust Grant and $13,600 from the Union County Green. So we'll ask for a few words.
We want to thank the Freehold Board for this contribution to help us to make improvements to our democracy and Memorial Park. Thank you.
I am so pleased to be here because the town of Westfield is now participating in the trees program. And so thank you to the freeholders. It's really great that Westfield is doing this.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about the playground equipment that this is going to be used for.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to thank the Board of Children freeholders and everyone involved in this award.
We have Union County grant, and it's going to be used at Hagel Park, playground equipment, and it's all going to be good. Greatly appreciated and very, very, very greatly used with a lot of people there. So it's a joy to have everybody out there. It's a joy to have the award. It's always a time to know when graciously say thank you. This is it. Thank you.